Hi, ladies and germs. We're back with the blah, 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 Mehcast. And oh, what a motley crew we are. So today, aside from the music that, is every parent's living nightmare, we are back
Ladies and
with...
gentlemen, welcome back to the Mehcast. Oh, what a motley crew we are, and I've left Chrome open, so my audio is crackling. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrome is doing that to me as well. Just gonna close that real quick.
Are you guys getting audio crackling for me now, or is that?
So far
No.
so good. It's not
No, we're good.
Because I've done.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There it is. There
oh,
it is.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
oh no.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
You got the
Fucking hell.
coronavirus.
Fucking hell. Anyway. So last time on our adventures in the Banjo of the Tooies is we...
What the hell is that?
What?
Ben not noticing his speakers are too fucking loud.
Turn your speakers down.
And people wonder why I have him muted.
Who the heck was playing that music?
Whee! Anyway, okay, so after our adventures in WitchyWorld, well, we are now continuing our quest for...
Meanwhile, I am still attempting to get to the rail yard without the game's fucking me over again.
Yeah.
That must have been.
So yeah, before we... And that's what I get for trying to get an extra set of rings. Okay, so before we went live, we were having a quick discussion about Digimon.
Yes, because we were reminiscing about our...
Been running.
Ow!
Digimon the movie is not what I'd call a great entry point for newbies into the series. Like, that first one, sure, like that little mini-movie at the start.
Yeah, because that was literally the first ever animated thing for Digimon, because that was meant to be like a pitch for...
That's fine. You can get away with showing that to somebody as their first Digimon thing, and it...
Minus
like,
Kari's annoying narration.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, the rest of it, dear God. Especially when you get to the third part.
Yep. The third part, which is the most confusing part, are with or without... They're without how the... With or without... How the... With or without how the cutout about 30 plus minutes of the film. But seriously...
It's kind of like introducing things to like Marvel with Endgame.
You can't do that.
Like, who are these people? Why should I care?
Exactly.
And yet they Robotech it. They always try to do stuff like that, where they try to throw, hang on. Boom shakalaka. They always try to throw things that don't always connect into each other to try and make things virtual product. God damn it. My ass kicked over here.
Right. When all else fails... Grenade. So, Jolly Roger's Bay is essentially the water level. But I'm sure you already know. So now we have the ability for Kazooie to attack with her wings. Which now lets us do... not only... Which lets us do an interesting... Which, interestingly enough, lets us do that. Anyway... Okay, so up until Discotech decided to make the smart decision in releasing the first 3 movies on Blu-ray, and we had no way of officially having the full uncut version of the first 3 Digimon OVAs. Oh, great. I gotta split up again. So, recently there was a shitty Netflix Devil May Cry series. Spoiler alert, it sucks.
Netflix, yes. Shitty, yes. Devil May Cry. I'd even hesitate to say series, because it's only vaguely connected.
I'm sure the devil himself is crying over the shitty adaptation.
Well, the time has come, and so have I.
One thing I appreciate is
Well, no.
While I was
I didn't mean
happy
to do
they got
that.
most of the Japanese voice actors back, I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna be enough to save the Netflix show.
No, it's not. The only Japanese voice actors they got back were Toshiyuki Morikawa, Hiroaki Hirata, and Fumiko Orikasa. Not really a fan.
It's
Not
one
really.
of those things where it doesn't matter how good the cast is, because the content is just garbage. And this show doesn't have a bad cast. It has Kevin fucking Conroy as the vice president. It's just that the character he's playing is essentially just Father Enrico Maxwell from Hellsing Ultimate, you know?
Yep.
In fact, most of the characters that aren't from Devil May Cry, because there's a bunch of original characters in this show, even though there's plenty of characters in Devil May Cry to cut to make to fill up the roster. Most of the characters for the show are original characters.
Yep.
Which, it's bad enough when they do stuff like that in the Marvel Universe, because Marvel already has too many fucking characters, and not everybody is going to be Phil Coulson or X-23. Two widely beloved original characters made for Phil Coulson was made for the MCU. X-23 was made for X-Men Evolution. Characters like that can make their way back into the mainstream. And I don't imagine any of these stupid characters making their way into Devil May Cry as a game. They're just monumentally dumb. Everybody in the show is monumentally dumb. People are really jumping to the conclusion that this show has some kind of SJW agenda. I'm not so sure about that, because I'm not really sure what kind of agenda this show has. The problem is that this show definitely has something to say. It's just that it doesn't know how to deliver it more than the audience does, you know? So, you'll have characters say things that sound really dumb and are really dumb, but then, so So we have a character named Mary. She is allegedly supposed to be the lady from Devil May Cry. She's not. She
No.
actually only wears lady's outfit for a total of less than 10 seconds, I believe it is.
Yeah. And she's dressed like she's Gordon Freeman from Half-Life.
Yeah, well, she's dressed like it's either Gordon Freeman or like from the game Oni, which was a game that Bungie made on the PS2 before they got bought by Microsoft.
I see.
Before they got completely bought out by Microsoft, I should say. Oh, fuck you. I don't know. It also, her armor also kind of reminded me of the Resident Evil 1.5 armor. Beta version of Resident Evil 2. Now, there's a character in this show apparently sent Dante off on something called the Raccoon City.
Enzo,
Yeah, Enzo.
who is eerily
sent
similar
Dante-
to Enzo from Bayonetta, and just as sleazy.
Yeah, except that this time, rather than being based on Joe Pesci, he's clearly based on Danny DeVito.
So anyway, then I started blasting. Bam, bam.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, while I can totally see Bayonetta and Devil May Cry existing in the same universe, and I would love to see more of that, talking about. I have absolutely no faith that this man can accomplish anything well.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, he had a total of one good show in him.
In his-
He had a total of 2 good seasons worth of content in him, and everything since then has been unadulterated garbage. He did the Far Cry show, and that was terrible. He did Castlevania seasons 3 and 4, which were, you know, they were good, just not as good. And of course, you know, he's done, you know, the Devil May Cry show, and he's technically overseen, because I believe he is a producer on the horrible, horrible Castlevania Nocturne. Even though he is moving on to, you know, to Devil May Cry. There's rumors that Castlevania, Devil May Cry, and Resident Evil 4 are going to be part of some big, weird Netflix crossover universe. No, not a bootleg universe.
Not the bootleg universe.
He has made very clear that Castlevania and Devil May Cry are not part of his bootleg universe. Even though they are less faithful to concepts of those series than his actual bootleg universe was to Power Rangers. I actually kind of liked his Power Rangers fan film. Because even though it did mischaracterize some of the characters, like, you know, they made Billy into kind of a weird tech huckster character. And the most important thing about it was that
Or no way.
at the end of the day,
Oh,
a lot of the
Shinigami's
stuff
here.
was stuff that was created by Rita to take out the Rangers.
Okay, Shinigami, what are you doing? Hold on, Alex. Shinigami, what are you doing with a creepy medic profile picture?
Listen, it's the only one that I could find right now. Just like back to you to go.
No, I was just curious, okay? I was like,
I got a couple W plays as medic.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Clang, 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 goes Raleigh.
We were talking about
Well,
Netflix made Cry.
Oh yeah, I know.
Wait. More like Netflix can die.
Bro, literally that show where they tried to tie in with like IRL immigrant shit.
Yes.
It's like with demons, and I'm like, bro, really kind of simplified.
So here's the really weird thing about it that kind of threw me for a loop. Like it's so strange because there's part of the game. Sorry, part of the plot of the show is just Undertale. It's just fucking Undertale, you know? So a human kid gets abused and goes into finds himself sent on a portal to another world. Well, rather than climbing up a mountain and falling in, he goes through. His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland, so he winds up going through. Game just froze on me.
Oh dear.
Oh, thank God. I was afraid it was about to crash. Anyways. So he doesn't want to go back to wherever he came from, so he goes
Okay. Okay, guys.
He goes off on a portal to the demon realm, and he befriends friendly demons. Yes, there are friendly demons in the show for some reason. Even though the whole point was that Sparta
was the
only
exception.
good one. Yeah,
Aside
Sparta was the only good
aside
one.
from Dante, Trish,
Well,
and Nero.
They're descended from fucking Sparta, you know?
Trish is also just a clone of Dante's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how the hell they're gonna make that work.
Yeah.
Dante, so the show legitimately ends with Lady putting Dante in fucking carbonite.
A la Winter Soldier.
Nice way to make people, I guess.
Yeah.
That sounds like the same way
I'm gonna-
from Attack on Titan.
Yeah, except that was handled all the. That actually worked.
To some degree. That made an amount of sense.
The way he
I am going to create a suspend point because I am not taking any chances. Damn it!
Yeah, Netflix Devil May Cry is one of those rare shows that I think does a whole lot of nothing well. Because there's a bunch of technical issues.
average gamer.
Where like the voice lines cut out. The voice lines will just stop at points.
No, wait. How much money did they make this with?
Too much.
Wait, what is their budget?
Budget is their
Greater
budget.
than zero, and I had a zero budget when I made Evangelion Alternative Saga, and I didn't have that problem, so.
Yeah. And some people will try to insist to me, even though I pointed out that there's clearly difference between Lady in the Netflix show and Lady in, the games. They'll try to say like, oh, they're totally the same character.
Well,
I don't even wear the same fucking clothes.
Bruh, do they even have the same origin?
Nope.
They essentially changed everything except her backstory. Well, they've changed her backstory too, but they haven't changed some of it. The game just froze again.
Bruh, you might as well just make no team for all this.
Yeah!
Like you might as well have created, because this show seriously feels like it's like Hellsing and Devil May Cry fan. Well, I'm be all in favor of the Hellsing Devil May Cry crossover,
Where Dante and Alucard start kill various vampires and demons with the guns, while Lady and Sarah shoot off sniper rounds off of Saris's massive ballistics.
Well, I'd be more interested in a recent Devil May
Hey,
Cry.
Big Red, where are you going? I'm going to take a walk.
I mean, heck, even for me as
That's
someone
a
who's
good
a
idea.
Sengoku
I think I
bosser,
might join you.
there was even a Sengoku bosser on Devil May Cry stage play, Japan only.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Mumbo, I want you to make yourself useful.
I'd be more hyped for Bleach and Devil May Cry crossover. If I'm being honest here.
Yep.
Oh,
It would be. You know, the funny thing is, Byakuya would probably just be like, just a sigh at sensing Dante's spiritual pressure. Just be like,
Another loudmouth. Nah, another loudmouth. Bruh, Ichigo and Nero, they see each other and they're like, he's just like me for real.
Then Ichigo, Nero, and Dante all do that weird meme dance and set to Devil Trigger. Nero, this is our future.
Speaking of Devil Trigger, though,
That's featured in the show in one of the lamest ways possible.
the guy the song is made for is not in the show. The
Yep.
song is in the show.
Bruh, there's no way. There's no lyrics. Don't just keep that Nero's character Devil Trigger.
All these thoughts running through my head. I'm on fire, veins burning red. Frustrations getting bigger.
They try to make that part of the song fit with Dante by making only one arm transform in the Devil Trigger.
Bruh,
Lame.
Bruh, what do you mean, Nero? You say all that. It just sounds like you have some anger issues and some intrusive thoughts, not gonna lie.
The thing is, you gotta look deep. You gotta look for the full song on the lyrics. Those lyrics are literally made for Nero.
Nah, I listen to all that. I listen to it a lot.
Right. Anyway. Also Virgil's only allowed to have Bury the Light as his theme. And nothing
Well,
else.
you know.
Okay, that's good at least, I guess.
Oh,
No, it's not.
It's not even the right version. It's a fucking
Victor Borba wasn't even brought in to sing it.
Nah, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
What a lot of balls.
By the way,
It's like a slow. It's like a slow cover.
one thing I ended up doing, and hence why you don't see my oxygen levels going down, I oxygenated the entirety of this level's water.
Thanks to Mumbo's help.
Yep. Because
This man really thinks he'll be in the nightmare. Bro, that's literally me after setting up fucking full health heavy with Uber after the whole enemy team. They needed 3 medics to do the work I alone can do.
I am a fire in my laser.
The healing isn't as rewarding as the hurting. I've been medic for way too long. I have over 70 hours now into medic.
Well, I mean, Josh Scorcher did vote him as his favorite class in Team Fortress 2 for a good reason.
Why do we need to do that?
So-
crazy? Is it crazy that after playing as Medic, I now have more empathy for
You know, the sad thing is, Orihime would not find his methods very ethical.
She wouldn't, but for real now, Orihime did just as much as Ichigo, not gonna lie.
And that was the second time I lost my medical license.
She'll be like, the fuck, you lost your medical license? But it was a story.
Well, I got it back. I had to steal it.
Wait, you actually stole it?
I don't know.
Who knows if we making up anything.
So after getting, so now we have 10 Cheeto pages. Aw. So Alex, I can see you're in Bullet Station.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, by the end of Netflix May Cry, after Dante is frozen a la Winter Soldier, we hear American Idiot by Green Day in the background.
Yeah. Because the soundtrack in this show is fucking awful.
Oof, that's
They-
bad. There's no way.
They Adi Shankar is like constantly jacking off his fucking musical taste.
He likes really edgy music.
No, it's not even that edgy. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The music that he puts in doesn't fit, and when he put in fucking Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine, and then he has one of the goons that's coming to take out Dante. Literally compliment Dante's taste in music. As he's going up there to take him out. Okay, that didn't work.
Sounds like the guy's just overrating himself, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
He is really pushing his luck today. Oh, I needed to punch something.
I need to punch something.
I thought I needed to jump onto that. Yeah, anybody who's seen, so go look at the Netflix Geeked page, because they have the official soundtrack listing.
Yep.
And one of the songs is Green Day blank, and it's American Idiot. They have Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. They have fucking Last Resort by Papa Roach.
I never heard of that.
I dislike Rage Against the Machine with the passion of 1,000 Dying Suns. And I love Papa Roach. I don't even dislike fucking I'm cool with Limp Bizkit. Like
No, I'm not.
Fred Durst is a fucking weirdo, but I don't even dislike some of their songs. Rolling's all right. It was a pretty good intro for The Undertaker. But
I recommend listening
that's
to great
what
stuff.
yeah. Well, that's what I associate it with. It's like
Alex, you are trying to explain this to a non-wrestling fan who also does not like Limp
doesn't
Bizkit.
like Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, it's like if he had him listening to fucking The Time Is Now or fucking Metalingus by Alter Bridge, you know?
Let's never forget.
Actually, you know what? Alter Bridge would have made a degree more sense than either of the other.
Alex, let's also never forget the fact that the time has come. the time has come is Nero's theme in DMC4. Or I know it's a different song, but I know you're talking about a different song, but that reminded me of Nero's theme. The time has come, and so have I. Nero, battling demons to thinly veiled innuendos since 2008. I mean, come on. Bang, 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 pull my devil trigger. Come on. That's just begging to be memed.
Setting himself up, you know?
Time is coming.
I guess in the meantime, instead of watching Devil May Cry show on Netflix, I could just watch more Invincible.
Well, you can also watch the Devil May Cry anime done by the guys who did Hellsing.
Yeah, Mad. Well,
One of the studios who did Hellsing.
And the saving grace with that was that Langdon did actually come back to reprise.
which is surprising given the fact that the show is done in Texas.
It was a if I remember correctly, it was done at ADV, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
And Lucy Christian was in that dub as Lady.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think the English dub is the only reason why a lot of people ended up watching that show. Oh, mostly due to the fact that it wasn't really an adaptation and of anything per se. It was more of a it was tie-in, sure, but more people would have wanted a anime version of the games, which is sadly what we didn't get with the fucking Netflix show.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And for the record, Johnny Umbosh, I love you, and I know you're trying your best to make this look as appealing as humanly possible, but no matter how good your voice acting is, the writing is not going to
The best
be
voice
salvaged.
actors in the world will be let down by the worst material.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And Robbie Damon as Virgil is certainly a choice.
Not bad.
I
Not-
came to a conclusion while I was watching that, and after I thought about it for a while, much as I love Johnny as a voice actor, I would have preferred Crispin Freeman as Dante.
That would have been a little weird.
It would have been, but at least Crispin Freeman has never been in Devil May Cry as a character.
True. And that would have been a good opportunity.
Crispin's voice is a bit too deep for Dante.
Yeah, we know. Oh, and Dante has had a couple of deep-sounding voice actors before, or Ruben took up the mantle.
No, because even when they got Drew Combs for DMC1, his voice wasn't that deep.
Well, what about Devil May Cry 2's voice? His voice was kind of deep. King,
No,
yeah.
no.
Here's your
Devil
crown.
May Cry 2 isn't canon for all we're concerned.
Actually, it kind of is.
Devil May
Nah,
Cry
it's not
2 is
canon,
a great
that's why
game, and you will
people
not
know.
survive the winter.
Look, as bad as Devil May Cry 2 is, you can't skip it.
No, I can't skip it. Just watch it on YouTube at 2 times speed. I'm about to
Dude.
Devil May Cry 2 is a good game. You're just cowards.
No. Okay, then Alex, give me more
Here's
engage.
Here's an even
Okay.
bigger hot take. Devil May Cry 1 is not that good of a game.
Okay, Alex, let me.
That's a hot take. Everybody agrees Devil May Cry 1 is janky.
Okay, Alex. All right, explain this to me. Why is it that the easiest time that I have with that game is by staying a fair distance away from the bosses and shooting them instead of actually engaging with the gameplay?
Bro, I guess not right now. It's just we're charged with like
I
a
mean,
test
you can-
or something. Because
If
there's
you
some
want the
people
game
in
to be
here.
really boring, sure, you can do that. It's
Yeah,
like
but
all
here's
those
the
people who
thing.
say,
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's the only
"Why
way to
would you
play the
choose
game.
ammunition in Risen?" No, it's
The
not,
one time
because
where
I've
the-
beaten the game by not doing that.
One
You're
time
funny.
in DMC where the guns were overpowered.
I have played Devil May Cry 2 several times.
You're funny. And look, at the very least, And look, at the very least, at... Alright, let's go to the town center, because... Hold on a sec, I got a chat to read. Realist Metal, watch them have Mary break Dante out and expect us to like her, or forget about everything she did. Yeah, that's definitely the route they're gonna go.
Hey, how good is Bianca versus Mace Windu?
I don't even think that's really a good matchup, since first of all, there's not really a whole lot of connections in between those two that could really drive the matchup. Because the thing is, for a lot of matchups in a hypothetical death battle scenario, you kind of have to have like things in common, and that the two combatants have. They're like enough in common, but enough different to make for an interesting dynamic. And there isn't really that much to work off of Mace Windu versus Byakuya. And it's just... It's not a very good Star Wars Bleach matchup, especially compared to the likes of, say, Grimjow versus Darth Maul.
Just saying, because I was thinking about it a couple times, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just shut up, because apparently at Type 1 versus Wiki, they have Star Wars at Outer Morsel.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Mace Windu doesn't get there.
I know, so I'm kind of just agnostic right now.
The thing is that, and I think the only outer-versal character in Star Wars is Luke. Luke on that site. Like, everybody else is either, like, planet, or in Palpatine's case, universe level.
Exactly, that's the whole issue.
Yeah, it's mostly just because of Luke's affinity with the Force, because the Force is just insane. The thing is that, while a lot of people could say Maul is like the most powerful thing since sliced bread, the issue is that Maul is not exactly the strongest dude with the Force.
So I lost Rouge somehow.
I think you ended up encountering one of those jellyfish things.
Oh. I thought I ran past that without.
She got caught by the jellyfish.
Am I gonna have to go back?
Yeah, either that or you're gonna have to start the level over again.
Fuck it, I'm starting the level over again.
Oh, and of course, don't get started on the fact that, now it's just Disney canon and their characters are a whole lot weaker.
Yep. Alrighty, now we get Talon Torpedo.
Will allow you to go through those transparent fish.
Yep.
Fishity fish.
You know, the funny thing is that there's every so often you're supposed to get like jam jars failing to go back inside of the out of the little thing, most in general. And Realist Metal ended up posting a rewrite of Don't Make Cry inside of in a general chat.
Ooh, let me go check that out.
Okay. Hey.
I
So,
posted a
right.
chat message that got censored. It said, "Be nice to see Kevin commit property damage." Why did they censor that?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Oh!
Dude.
You have the pass?
My bad.
Bro, you have the pass?
It's coming in the mail.
No. I don't think he does have the pass.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I ordered one off of AliExpress. It's just
I'm
taking
issuing
time
an
getting
official
here.
warning. Don't do that again.
Please.
That will get us fucking banned.
Yes.
Will we get banned if I mention tax evasion?
Alright, naggers. Oh, that one South Park episode when Randy Marsh was saying the game show.
Some rewrites I would make for the Netflix show. This is a bit long. This is from Art r/devilmay by Hello Vortex. This is a bit long and rambling, but I mostly just posted it here in case anybody feels the same way I do. The show has some solid themes, and Dante's portrayed pretty well, but it totally assassinates Lady's character fast, and it's a bit juvenile in its handling of those themes, absolutely. This doesn't include stuff like character writing, because of course we'd all tone down Lady's fuck addiction, yeah. So, like almost everything that I've Sean Connery's involved in, characters swear way too much, and I'm not one of those people who's, you know, I'm not fucking Lynn Cara, right? Hopefully nobody's fucking Lynn Cara, but you get my point.
Oh no, don't.
I need, you want me to get some ideas by being with Tara?
Anyways, oh god fucking damn it. Darkon was kind of a cool idea. I like the original characters who were in that. You like those characters? They weren't characters. What are you doing, guys? Okay. What are you doing? Anyways. Instead of them already knowing about the necklace, they only want to capture one first. Okay. Yeah, so here's the problem. This show is like it's leading into the events of Devil May Cry 3, and it's going to be making, you know, Devil May Cry 3 in its own way at some point. But it kind of completely precludes Devil May Cry 3. And you know, if you're not going to be going anywhere with your plot, you can do that. It's a great way to completely destroy your reputation, but you can do that. You know, who exactly is, you know, breaking down J.J. Abrams' door these days, you know? Because that man has had one fuck up after the next. And, you know, just not ended things. Like, I could totally believe that at one point he had an idea in mind for where the Star Wars sequels were gonna go. But I don't believe that anymore, you know? And he, for as bad of a spot as he was put in, you know, having to follow on from an absolute hack like Ryan Johnson, that's somebody who I'm convinced hates the concept of filmmaking, film goers, and the art in general. The man also wrote himself into a bunch of corners with stuff like Lost and all the other things that he's been involved with over the years. And Heroes is a great example of something like that, where, you know, if you're not planning on following up on stuff, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and that's what Ryan Johnson did too. And that's what this show is kind of gonna be doing, where it's seriously in a position of it's in a serious position of you were either going to have to commit to the bit, or you're going to have to, you know, the show's gonna end before we get to a commitment.
Rhino's asking, is it possible to edit the VOD and edit out the power word?
Yeah.
Not on my end, and because I'm not recording. I'm streaming.
So I can do that. I can go into the YouTube. What I'm probably gonna have to wind up doing is just completely delete the VOD from Twitch after I get done exporting it, and then I'll just come on. There you go, fucking stupid robot. No, I didn't.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. It was tax evasion.
Worry about it.
Yeah.
I didn't say tax evasion. Joe has that one.
He's not Yoshi. Anyways. Yeah.
Taxes
If
are
you're
crime.
not planning on ever following up on the stuff that you've worked on, you can do what Adi Shankar and the other people behind the Netflix stuff do. But if you have to go to an endpoint, like you're gonna wind up in the Game of Thrones territory, you know? And that's where this is gonna wind up. Yeah. That's weird because I've got it set to clip safe on. See, I can. Here's what I'll do. I've got it set to clip safe, right? Is that different? Okay. More or less. Well, I am kind of getting the hang of this play. So anyway, that's unfortunate. Anyways, I'm gonna go back down this list here.
God dang it,
So,
Discord.
instead of going after Tooie, they recruit him to help stop the White Rabbit at that meeting with all the mercenaries. That's good. He's also not a member of the joins the task force to stop the White Rabbit here. That's good. And she and Lady can get along. Lady and Dante get along like a little bit. That sounds good. I'm rolling with this hypothetical show here. Probably about a third of the way through this season. Yeah. Around the time we get to the big demon star conference, I'll done it. Yeah, that makes sense. Lady has a side dark combination. Just against suspects. Is anybody else hearing this? Guys?
Sorry, I'm.
Hearing what?
Do I sound fine or am I clipping?
You sound fine for the most part.
Hang on. I've got monitoring. I'm gonna turn the monitoring backwards. Okay.
Did I?
Don't worry,
So-
I'm not trying to lie or anything.
No. You guys stop for a second so I can. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Been wondering if.
Okay, so
Go.
what's going on right there? Chrome is spiking in memory usage at the same time.
Essentially,
That's fine.
Google Chrome is a memory hawker.
Thank you, Chrome. Thank you, OBS.
I've noticed.
You were programmed right.
It's
Nah,
up
listen,
space on the hard drive.
From just went to that.
Yeah, so
I end up
Yeah, so
updating the
Game.
She
Well, gee.
uses all her own stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
I keep trying so that I can get the thing that this pig has. Wish I had a better vantage point in which I can do this.
Oh, man.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
going to say, hey, Italian, or is it opera?
Look, at least it's not a French. At least it's not French.
Gonna create a save point.
At least it's not a French. At least it's not a French. Yeah, fuck them. Imagine being French. That's the deal with me.
And what's that about?
Sounds like a good idea. Get rid of all the spice too. Get rid of the fucking spice from TF2. No, seriously, the amount of time to get backstabbed.
No.
Right. You don't understand.
Assault and rage tonight.
Bruh, two people crashing out at the same time.
Oh. This
Bruh,
was
two
not
people
what I
crashing out.
expected.
Bruh, two people crashing out at the same time on stream, for real.
Oh my god.
Not for real. The amount of
we should
time.
not be having these problems at the same time.
Typical Kevin watching. He doesn't know when to look behind him.
I can't!
Yes, you can. You just have to turn around.
Yeah, that takes a lot. That takes quite a bit.
Bruh, that's exactly what my friend told me to do with spice. But the thing is, they just yell at you and you'll be
Oh my god.
Nope.
Oh my god. It actually worked.
One fucking second.
1 second.
Bruh, two people actually.
Good luck.
Is that all mine in here in the chat? I am Steve.
Oh shit.
From what little I've seen of it, unironically, the Minecraft movie seems like it's more entertaining than the Devil May Cry show.
Somehow.
Devil May Cry.
This time. Oh yeah! Oh.
Don't tell me they have a cross promotion.
Okay. Jiggy!
Wait, indeed. Wait, actually, for real. Why the fuck are swords?
What were you gonna ask?
Bruh, they actually posted a meme right here. Palpatine, why do we even build this Death Star? Blow up planets, of course, but I'm planet level and you're solar system level. You don't understand. We need to build the Death Star for reasons. You've got to be.
Literally, it gives a whole new meaning to Oh, the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Oh,
Come
so
on.
there's a Jesus movie coming out soon. With Oscar Isaac as Jesus.
It seemed like a photo of wrestling WWE Japan where someone was dressed as Rock Howard and Terry Bogard to promote Fatal Fury.
Bruh, if they're gonna be making that movie with Jesus, they better do it right.
It's like,
Now we
"Are you
get-
serious?"
I didn't even understand that reference because I just researched wrestling as a martial arts.
And what parts of wrestling involve you doing karate chop?
Good question. Good question, my good friend. Mind telling us?
I would like to know. That's what I'm asking you. You're the one who researched it.
I said some parts. It's just for choreography purposes.
I am disappointed. My disappointment is now immeasurable, and my day is more ruined than it was before.
Eh.
It's gonna salvage this situation.
Okay, so gentlemen, now there's a Cheeto page up there, and normally I need a certain power up to make this work, but luckily I have the power of glitches. So
Yeah.
Nah, bro, is really gonna pull off the infinite jump.
Are you gonna summon the glitch gremlin?
Nah, not the good glitch gremlin.
No.
glitches with old man snitches. Second try. There's just so many. King is a god amongst men. Diablo has won.
Witches with old man snitches. God, that was such a good gag.
I feel-
saw the latest one with the AI. It's like, you can't stop us. Nerd, come on, play the game.
Bro, y'all talking about Gerard?
No. Oh, that was a Greg gag.
I don't remember now.
You would look great on
My
this
favorite
board.
episode from Gerard was the Pepsi Man episode. It's like, no, I don't want to drink your cold, thirsty Pepsi.
There's
Is it cannibalism and why Pepsi Man turned that back into Pepsi? And then you drink from him as Pepsi? Is it cannibalism?
I think it might be.
Oh my god, he turned Fraser into Pepsi.
Dude, are you drinking Frasier?
Pepsi Man! Now!
That- Okay, we gotta watch that episode at some point.
Aw, the bill was so...
Gets the Pepsi right out of his crotch.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, Pepsi Man?
And then you just see Pepsi Man pelvic thrusting.
Oh my god, because I think I got to meet with the guy who got turned into Pepsi Frazier. The guy who was the suit actor for Pepsi Man, I think he went on to go doing like actual like stunts for like filming and whatnot.
No.
It's like, hey, at least his career didn't go to waste.
And
Alright.
some immigrant aliens.
Yep. Hey, now.
Imagine if they made a Metroid anime and then they tried to make like a power girl type power fantasy like Mulan or something. or Captain Marvel and MC. Imagine if they did that.
They
So
were
basically, it would be the polar opposite of Metroid Other M.
Yeah, pretty much. You see, Samus was a character assassinated in Metroid Other M because, she was character assassinated. Instead, it was because strong enough.
He wasn't a strong, independent mammoth.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should
Okay, let's not. Let's stop with this revisionist bullshit. What is the game doing? You have failed us, pathetic earthlings.
Jesus Christ.
I still don't officially have say on who's playing Jor-El. We had to find that out through a link, right?
Yep.
That should have been part of one of the trailers, you know? No! Why is this here? Yeah, but why would you not just film like fake footage with Bradley Cooper of him saying like one of Jor-El's lines from the comics?
Bradley Cooper isn't even that not as far from the guy I would cast as Jor-El.
Look, I can imagine that
Scott has
Bradley
such a
Cooper would
huge
do
ego that it's so shoved up his own ass real hard.
You know, James Gunn also canceled Superman and Lois because he didn't want any Superman to be out there but his.
I get the distinct impression we might be seeing these nice little aliens again.
Apparently,
Just call it a hunch.
Spoiler alert, you do.
Why'd you have to ruin the surprise, man?
Anyway, I have to do
Yep, fair enough. Okay.
By the way, Kevin, you seem to have a habit of running into those anemones.
Pretty are very funny.
Damn it.
Note the lack of surprise. Note the lack of
Aren't you watching his
humor.
stream right now? He's playing Sonic Heroes.
Alex is playing Sonic Heroes. Get back here. Come on. Where are you, you son of
Okay. There you go.
Come on. What?
Okay. Well, considering that the movie is out in a couple of months and we still have seen only bad things, I don't think there's any help.
James Gunn unbased Crypto off of his poorly behaved dog. Because Crypto is not even and as badly he behaved as he is in the movie.
Crypto's supposed to have average intelligence, so,
He's not supposed to just be jumping on Superman, causing him immense pain when he's already in pain. Oh dear. I seem to be at a waste disposal plant. Oh, no way out.
Yeah, I was going to say, where have we seen this before?
Where have we seen this type of level design before?
No. That is not going to go well.
What's not gonna go well?
The Superman reshoots.
Yeah, and they're gonna...
Allegedly saying that Warner Brothers is allegedly planning on doing reshoots for a movie that releases in 3 months. Because,
Wow!
yeah.
They're fucked! They're wasting so much money. They're wasting so much money on this. At this point, yeah, forget $1 billion. This needs to set box office fucking records.
Yeah.
Because if it can't do that, well, there goes James Gunn's plans.
Probably.
The goodwill.
There goes a live-action Judas contract. The only 2 versions of that story arc that I remotely liked were from 2003 and 2017. So, in case you were curious, yes, the 2017 Judas Contract movie is actually really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's very stupid. This entire scenario is among the dumbest things I've ever seen because they obviously did not do enough like market research before they did this because people around the world are not happy that Henry Cavill is not coming back as Superman.
And yet people will insist that Zack Snyder has continuously said that he has moved on when no, he hasn't.
See, the big thing is with all of this nonsense.
Oh, and the more you insist that the Snyderverse is dead, you try to insist that the Snyderverse is dead, the more I'm thoroughly convinced that you are not gonna be, reasonable. Hold on, I'll be right back, gentlemen.
So it would have to make 600 million, right? 750? How do you figure that? Oh, yeah, with the theatrical cut, yeah. Probably, yeah, 1.5.
How much?
Less than that? Oh yeah, it made $300 million opening weekend.
Back.
Especially considering how fucking cringe-worthy the trailers were.
And now I'm a submarine.
I can imagine that Jack Black puts out good stuff.
Except for when he doesn't.
Well, I'm more talking about the song, because Jack Black did a song for the Minecraft movie, and that was where people started turning around on it.
So, Alex, if the song goes something like this, we played the first thing that came to our heads, and it just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world.
It's pretty close to being the best song. It's got a lot of
Look into my eyes, and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny. Once every 100,000 years or so, where the sun doth shine and the stars doth glow and the moon doth glow. Oh. And you know, needless to say, the beast was son. He would rack with his whippy tail. And the beast was done. He asked us, "Be you angel?" And we said nay. Nay. We are but men. Rock. This is not the greatest song in the world. No, this is just a truth. You couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No, this is a tribute to the greatest song in the world. All right, to the greatest song in the world.
Robotnik, you gotta do something about me. You gotta do something about me.
Alex, you don't do damage to those cannon in the shadow.
We're spamming.
You gotta hit the. You gotta hit the wings.
Yeah, I was trying to.
And now you gotta hit the craft. Where's Shadow?
Oh, I was waiting for the game to give me control back.
You had control back earlier.
I had control all along.
Wait, don't you mean like you got back chaos control?
Go sit in the corner. Think about what you did.
You're not my dad.
Time for a little revenge.
By the way, don't tell anyone I said this, but Yukiko Amagi's missing, so we assume that she must be the killer. Or and ugh. In case you were wondering, that's also from the I Am Daisy comics.
There we go. Egg Albatross is.
Oh, now you gotta.
So am I.
Whee!
You. That was bullshit.
Well, you'll take it.
It's not me messing with my controller. That's somebody else.
Nope, not me.
Wasn't me.
Well, someone's playing with their joystick.
So. Okay.
Ain't me, I swear.
Okay, so if someone.
Yes. I mean,
Okay, so if somebody wanted to earn anyone.
yeah, when I was playing like King of Fighters or Street Fighter, then I pre-whipped.
Yeah.
went out
Okay,
and
so-
fight stick.
Oh, if anyone was to try to turn Batgirl against Nightwing, how would they go about doing it?
Probably shoot her in the spine and say that Nightwing did it.
No. No, here's how they would do it. First, they would shoot her in the spine. Then they would show the sex tape between Nightwing and Starfire.
Starfire, yeah. Oh god, that's actually what happened in the fucking comic too.
I know.
Somewhere was a sex tape.
And Barbara Gordon's like, yes, there was. I was forced to watch it.
Samaranians like it
Raven,
when-
Vic, I have to go and see this sex tape.
Ace Boy-
Now, are you
Like
kidding
it-
me right now?
No. Oh, no, Raven's like, Beast Boy, come with me. What? Why?
Samaranians
No.
Samaranians like
Right.
it when people watch.
Do you like it when people also join?
Yes.
New 52, yes. And now the egg albatross is dead.
It's dead, and there's blood everywhere.
There's the robot equivalent of blood everywhere. I don't think Robotnik is capable of bleeding. I think he replaced all of his blood with oil.
By the way, this is the only boss as you could take on as a transformation. Cars that trick your eyes. The precious spoils.
Yeah, no, this is an egg robot. Wait
What?
a second. Hang on, guys. During that last cutscene, you know what song they were playing?
What?
Turn back. Shot of the Hedgehog.
Perhaps.
Before Shadow came out. I know.
I'm probably gonna die to this boss, aren't I? Oh, don't even. Oh, don't.
You could very easily make a this is how you
Seriously, the boils have to be the glowing ones? That is stupid. No, it's not. Ow.
wrestling all that much, so I can't really say a whole lot about what's going on with Kevin Owens. I will say, I hope he gets better.
Come on. Hold still and let me shoot you. Well, that's death number one.
Well, I'll step in. I'll step in. I'll do it.
Potentially several.
If you have Triple H's number, I'll do it.
It's 8675309.
Oh, that's why nobody ever calls him.
Okay. And you want to know what the honest what the live reaction into Margaret Gordon seeing that tape was. She's like, "Why are you showing me this?"
Ah.
I was
It's-
gonna say, no, stupid, sexy Nightwing and Starfire.
They're both sexy. Stop it.
They could,
No.
we could legitimately, we could create, you know, they're a threesome between Margaret Gordon and, Starfire and Nightwing would be like the most inclusive sex tape of all time.
Why does he talk like Popeye? I think the anglerfish is mistaken today for Talk Like a Popeye Day. Because it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Because you know what that means. Bojack now gets to correct all of you. God damn it. Good old God damn it Napa.
Good old goddamn it, Napa.
Good old God damn it Napa.
God damn it, Napa, not now.
God damn it, Napa.
Finally, got him down to 0. No, so translation, go for the eyes. Finally killed him. Now we've gotten the jiggy.
Oh yeah, I have something written down here summed up as Switch 2 news gets increasingly fucked up and decide not to believe anything until the console's actually out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know,
Oh my god.
the game prices are gonna be, most of them are gonna be $80.
Why are we doing this, Nintendo? I thought you were better than this.
That's right.
You forget that Nintendo is the same company that hates emulators except for when they do it.
Which is ironic because the Mario 3D All-Stars collection were running via emulation, apparently.
Well, the Zelda collection on GameCube ran via emulation.
now we play a game. Thank God for homing missiles.
If only people, if only companies paid property
PS1 games because one of the chips that they used in the you need to stop running off the fucking platform, Omega.
Omega's like, I cannot help it. The
does not
gravity.
compute.
No, Alex, here's the thing. Omega is like Sarge. He's going to pick a fight with gravity.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Anyways,
Now I'm suddenly imagining. Now my head.
PS1 had issues. The PS2 had issues running certain PS1 games due to the fact that chips that they used for the original PlayStation had been changed, and so some of the games either won't run well or won't run at all. And then for the PS2 Slim, there's some PS2 Slims that can't run Final Fantasy Tactics.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
And with all of the bugs and the red ring of death.
All of those issues with, those are also issues that
Mother. Sadly, yes.
Mother of God!
Wait a minute, how?
The power of bullshit. I know, not a very original response. What do you want from me? And as tempted as I am to want to play the rest of the game like this submarine, I have to say goodbye to it. Because as I wish I could have asked what Lumba, could we make this submarine walk on land? So that way we could just fire missiles at everything.
so a bunch of the
Mm-hmm.
software wise it's the best. Hardware wise, no sir. Oh, kinda.
Omega's like, fuck you, Gravity. I will destroy you.
Hey, Rouge did the It's No Use before it was overdue.
So why did you choose to do Sonic Heroes of all games?
Because I wanted to finish it.
There goes Omega.
Okay, yeah, so let me...
To make matters worse, it's straight up the LCD screen you're using, which I'm like, you guys could have should have opted with the OLED if you guys want
Well, it's an
more efficient.
It's an HDR. Yeah. And also,
At that point, you're just like, they're giving me an incentive, like, to get the Steam Deck instead.
no. So the Steam Deck doesn't have HDR support.
Ah.
So, not on the. So it has to be hooked up to something. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's all it does. Dude, I have. It's a. Stop. I know what you're talking about. You don't need to. Please stop talking. Stop talking. Because I know what it's. There is an HDR setting on some stuff. So like Windows 10 has a quote HDR setting. It isn't true HDR. It's the same thing on the Steam Deck. We're not running Windows, but it's an emulation thing, and it causes the colors to increase dynamic range in some areas, but it also causes severe black rush and certain kinds of
Who's mashing buttons?
Yeah.
Someone's mashing the buttons.
Oh,
Yeah,
oops.
it's not,
Sorry.
like I said, it's not necessarily what's going on Steam Deck, but it's not true HDR because it's not a true HDR screen.
God dang it.
Does anybody remember or that one time when Banjo
Well, yeah,
and
of course we're
Kazooie?
talking about the LCD. The OLED model, well, it's not entirely because OLED has increased. Okay, yeah. Okay, because yeah, on non-HDR LCD displays, there is a sort of a weird HDR emulation mode that some companies will try and use, and it looks really fucking weird. Okay. I've been trying to talk about this, and you keep littering on about all this other stuff, dude. Let me talk about this, because I was leading into something, and you kept talking about this. So, anyways, something that people noted during the Nintendo Direct was the Steam, not Steam. Too much fucking talk about Steam. Steam is irrelevant here. So, anyways, yeah, so there's thank you, Shadow, that's very helpful. So, one thing that was announced is Switch 2 versions of Rouge! Anyways, something that was announced is Switch 2 versions of existing Switch 1 games. And among those were, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, etc.
Okay then. Another Jinjo. Ow! That hurt.
Yes, because you were too busy interrupting me to say it.
If you want to hear this riveting conversation, and go watch Alex's stream. Okay, we've gotten everything that we can at Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Let's get out of here.
Shipping out Wiimote Pluses. Because even though it's technically like that's what that is. Dollars to dimes, that's what to run the Switch 2 with the
Alright.
That was, unfortunately, that's been a thing since the Switch 1.
Looks at, I mean, Fortnite.
Yes, it was. No, you're not going to correct me on this because I'm right that LA Noire does not have the game on it.
I'm already unlocking world.
And Revelations 1 and 2.
I'm already unlocking the 7th world in this game. And for the record, Rhino, this wouldn't really be considered a DSP. This is how you don't play because, for one thing, I'm not just saying things like lag or whatever. Yeah. I'm not constantly blaming the entire game on my on whatever's going on.
More common than you'd think. There are cartridges like that all over the place. This Switch game key cartridge thing, that's labeling them. That's better. That's better than just having, just saying like, oh, it's like every other thing.
Rhino, for the record, the conversation interruptions are happening on Alex's stream, not on my stream because I have been muted. It's on the Twitch channel.
Okay, well, where is the Twitch channel?
Why would you eat the beaker? Like, dude drinks down the entire invisibility potion, but then he eats the beaker as well. It reminds me of Ryder from Fate Zero, the abridgment of Fate Zero. Hey Ryder, I thought we were all out of chips. Also, fuck you for eating all the chips. Well, you know. Ow. Ow. Wait, what? What did What are you... What's happening? Are you eating this? Am I not supposed to? No, Ryder! No! The future is hard! For context's sake, Ryder was eating broken shards of the glass beer bottles. Oh, look! Hey, jam jars! Give us our last egg.
Frankly, that's a good thing because it means that you can't just masquerade a glorified download card as a real game.
Well, that's everything Jam Jars needs to teach us in this location. Alright, so before we get deep into Pterodactyl Land, which is the next world we're gonna be spending a lot of time in, I want to learn one move and one move only in this world, and then we're going. So if you guys ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day and there was a dinosaur level,
Yes.
kind of like that, only weirder. Please let this be the right move. Please let this be the right move. Okay, this is all we're gonna get here, and then we're gonna go to the next world. Okay, there's a failure. Alright, so we got the springy step shoes. We're gonna leave, but we're gonna come back. Why? Because there's one more pair of shoes we need. Yes, there's another pair of Nikes we need in this game. Thank you. Alright. And this time we're in... Alright. Can resist. This area is called Quagmire. Alright. Welcome to Grunty Industries with Open Bar. You know what'll be the next big thing? Spider-Man out of fucking nowhere. Well, we have a way in.
And it's also features that you can ignore.
No, it's not. Because you have to be constantly it's got like a 1050 in it. And it's got
That's an issue with the companies, dude. That sounds more like an issue of people just being fucking incompetent.
yeah, no, but
That would imply a lot of things.
Why would play games and run like shit?
That's a thing that will happen.
Even though it shouldn't.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way it should. That doesn't mean it's not going to.
A long fucking time ago in a galaxy far, far fucking away. Bull doesn't like to play well with others. I don't know what to say about that. Imzo, we missed you.
You just joined up at a time when we're arguing about PC gaming.
Jesus.
And Rhino might have accidentally gotten us in trouble. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no, you just said it again. God damn it! I was trying to activate Team Blast and it didn't work.
Hey, well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be entering that whenever the hell contest anytime soon.
It's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. How's your video at least coming along well?
Sorta. I'm still writing the script, and I'm figuring out what else to take out and put in.
Okay.
I do have full game. Yeah. I might need help with if that time ever comes, but as far as I can tell, I think I'm just going to stick to the rules that were set for me, so I'm just going to, you know, the hell with it as well. Just go with it. It took me a while to think of something to review, and then the moment I thought of it, it's just, you know, boom, internet out.
Yeah, that happens. Okay, so Gizmo.
Yep.
So one bit of cruel and unusual all punishment that Barbara Gordon and would be subjected thereto via the Joker is, well, yep.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sure you'll get a
Like
kick out.
anyone stuttered.
And then he finds out that
Oh, you'll get a kick out of this. You get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, I'm silly. What's so insensitive after I fucked up your legs?
and then,
Well, I'm sure nobody is insensitive.
and then Joker finds out that Barbara Gordon is actually is actually unsure how to feel about it because she can't, because she's very confused. All right, now we get, and now we get the last set of Nikes in this game.
I'm confused. Do I still use the big rock?
Oh god. So Gizmo, next section of Batman the Animated Series we'll be doing is more on season 4. So because we're on the new adventures of Batman and Robin.
Also known as the Red Sky season, and the season where I become Nightwing.
Nightwing. I hear Nightwing. It's the season where Gizmo, we were briefly talking about the Devil May Cry series. His moral of the story: it sucks, and don't watch it.
Thriller jacket. Or no, that's the Beat It jacket. Actually, no.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, I found out somebody did I never noticed until someone brought it up. You know the Thriller album, right? Where he's got that white jacket on?
Well, the red jacket, but yeah.
The white jacket is the
No, the album.
Is
The
the
album cover.
Oh, so it's
the cover.
it's a different jacket on the album.
No,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's a
what?
jacket on the album.
So on the album cover, he's wearing like his white suit, the white pants, white jacket. You know, I noticed something. I did not notice this until someone brought it up. He wore a hoodie underneath that jacket.
Underneath the jacket, Michael Jackson was ahead of his time.
I did not notice that until someone brought it up. I'm like, no, he's not wearing a hoodie. I thought it was like a black t-shirt, a black dress shirt. So I paused. So I looked up and he was like,
This image here.
God, that photo looks like his eyebrows are that bushy.
he looks so depressed.
He does. So there is a photo. There's a photo of me. I think it was around like 15 years old. My stuff is done. I did a better job. It wasn't that great because I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I made the guns. I had a shirt that fucking fit me. And I just had my, because, for stuff like that, you gotta test it. I didn't test it with someone. I was like, 12 years later, my hair's starting to turn white anyway, so. I'm 27 years old, and I've got white hairs all over.
You're 31. Yeah.
I turned 33 last month.
We're all getting old.
I forgot to put
Any younger.
You know, the
Why'd you choose such a backwards time in such a strange land?
You know, I always am weirded out by the fact that that Jesus Christ, my only exposure to Jesus Christ Superstar was quite literally the 2000s version. My mom was My mom was weirded out by Judas rapping, and she was like,
I couldn't.
Yeah, she learned her lesson. People keep on.
That's not. She's like, that's not the 70s. He's like, no,
she was all like, boy, am I glad I didn't see this one because she's seen better, according to her.
You know what's also seen better?
What?
Universe Online Database.
Where we look at any new characters, whether they be mineral, vegetable, human, or just the fucking rock over there by your foot.
I am the best example of modern age general.
And the first character we have here is Rexplode from
Oh boy, interesting timing there.
Scotty Too Hottie from WWE. Hakeem the Mantis from Game of Death. Lucy McLean from the Fallout to Amazon Prime show.
I thought you were going to say Hakeem the African.
Wow, that's a different guy. Malone from Dragon Ball.
I was about to say, what?
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Game.
I was about to say. Ooh.
Gerd G.I.D. from Lost Kingdoms. Gil Gunderson from The Simpsons. Fearless Fly from Milton the Monster Show.
Oh, from Davey's Attacker.
Yeah. Alpine from G.I. Joe.
You mean G.I. Schmo?
Fletcher Reed from Liar Liar.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey?
Yes.
How many entries does he have?
He just been submitted, so I'm guessing they're saving until like the draft.
No, I'm saying like Jim Carrey as an actor. Does he have?
He's got.
The Mask is probably in there. Right?
Oh yeah, the Mask is definitely in there. Ace Ventura's in there. Not sure about anyone else. Stars and Stripes is not really a fucking Jim Carrey character, but he should be regardless. Boneyard from Marvel. There you go. Ball Attack from Himitsu Sentai Goranger.
Oh, Go Ranger. Go Ranger, not Go Ranger.
Okay.
Go Ranger.
Shinra Kusakabe from Fire Force.
Okay.
The blue-haired lawyer from The Simpsons. Does he have a name?
I was going to say, I thought he had a name. I don't remember what it is, but I would have sworn he had a name.
Octane from Transformers. The TIE Defender from Star Wars. Magolor from Kirby.
Ooh. Underrated villain.
Veronica Cale from DC Comics. The Hyper Chicken Lawyer from Futurama. Liberty from Marvel Comics.
Not Liberty from the Tip.
Yeah, that's someone else entirely.
That's unfortunate. I like Liberty from the Tip.
Superia from Marvel. I do too. Oh, I'm mostly a Batman though, guy. Superia from Marvel Comics. Savita from
Is a great example of how to do just about everything right.
Batmanual. Batmanuel. Savika from Arcade. James Stamphill from Murder in the First. Rudy
What the
S.
hell is that?
I think that's a movie. Rudy S. Baylor from The Rainmaker. Randy Meeks from Slider. King Cosma from the girl who... Oh, no, that's not it. From Summer Wars. Oh, fuck. Hulkette from Marvel Comics.
Oh dear.
Lady Dragon from Miraculous Tales of Lady. Mehcast from Bloodline, Real Brooks from Marvel Comics. Eagle from Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Ferocia, Osha, and Seiya from The Acolyte.
Is that the Star Wars show? Or is that something
Yes.
else? Oh god.
Yes, that's the Star Wars show. Hellroom from Marvel Comics. How do you... Alia Cesare from... I think that's how you pronounce it. From Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. A lot of miraculous...
It's a fucking French show. I don't know how to pronounce this stuff.
It's a lot of Ladybug characters here. The Stranger Khmer from The Acolyte. You know, the guy who headbutted lightsabers.
Yeah, that...
Fucking stupid.
You know, I like the concept of somebody in Cortosis armor using it to fuck up their opponent's lightsabers. I just wish it would have covered more of his fucking body.
I wish it would have covered, like, somewhere that made more sense than the head. Like, okay, granted, the head is more of a safety thing, because, you know, decapitation and whatnot, but...
Have it cover his whole fucking body.
But fucking, like, headbutting lightsabers is not as cool as it sounds.
No, it's not.
If it covered every inch of his body, you could make
He covered his entire body, or in addition of the head piece he's got, should have also covered his wrists and ankles or hands. Because it's more badass to just swipe away a blade or kick away a blade rather than fucking headbutting it like that.
Well, imagine if he had a fucking Cortosis glove. He could have grabbed the lightsaber.
Yeah, he could have grabbed it. Yeah.
Missed opportunities, man.
The whole fight scene of him headbutting lightsabers is so stupid. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, you're gonna get
Kid
Jacob
Juggernaut
subs on
from
our...
Marvel Comics. Kid Juggernaut
Not that I
from
care
Marvel
if we
Comics.
get that fucking show on our channel. Not on our case about this. He's a fucking idiot.
Oh, who are we talking about?
We could hit 1 billion. I don't want no shills here.
Jacob T. Suggs, he's infamous for being like just a giant Star Wars shill. Everything Star Wars, he just likes.
Oh, so Kevin Smith.
Kinda.
Well, anyway, Kid Juggernaut from Marvel Comics. Don't ask me.
Who?
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Ianu from Ianu, Child of Wonder. Fern from Power Rangers Dino Fury, or Cosmic.
Oh, the show that literally killed the franchise.
Yeah, fuck Disney, I don't want a reboot like that. They're gonna ruin everything. Jackie Lawn from The Acolyte.
What the hell is going on here?
Spider-Girl, Makawalu Akana
There we go.
from Marvel Comics.
Hawaiian Spider-Girl.
Is there really anything to swing on in Hawaii like that? I mean, sure.
Palm trees?
Alright. I gotta
Trees
get
are
going,
not
guys.
that big.
Alright, see ya.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Birdie the Duck from Marvel What If.
What?
Black Orchid from DC Comics. Maestro from Doctor Who. And finally, Phantasma from Marvel Comics. Chelsea Winslow versus
Hypnotoad?
Hypnotia. Hypnotia wins by 3 votes. Muse from Marvel Comics versus Professor Pig. Muse wins by 3 votes. Weapons Merchant from Resident Evil 4 versus Vincent Gambini versus Jackie Chills. Jackie Chills winning by 1 vote.
I need to know what the scenario was there. What was that?
Let me see. I'm curious too. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can access something. Archives. Okay, I'll just type it.
Oh my god, that was almost terrible.
It has to be like a... Can't be like a suing the weapons merchant guy, is it?
Hey, maybe weapons guy.
Maybe weapons. This is low.
Okay, here you go. The weapons merchant versus
I may
Vincent
not-
Gambini versus Jackie Chills.
I may not be smart, but I've yet to see anyone outsmart Vulcans.
Professor Xavier got smart.
He uses his telepathic power. He can use his telekinetic powers to just make the bullet curve around his head.
So the merchant is arrested.
Okay.
So the weapons merchant is arrested, and he has to choose between who's his lawyer, Vincent Gambini or Jackie Chills.
I vote.
Here's
vote.
Here's what I'm confused by. Why does the weapons merchant have his own slot?
What do you buy? What are you selling? Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. You know, I love how the remake of RE4 has the guy emulate Paul Mercier's voice as the merchant.
Oh wow, okay, so the guy did the match twice. First was Jackie Chills that won, and the second one, Vincent Gambini won. Erdnot Rex
Versus who now?
Jungle Hunter the Predator. Erdnot Rex wins by 2 votes. Nancy Wheeler versus Christy Cotton. Nancy Wheeler wins by 2 votes.
Hey,
Randa versus Chrysalis Alien. Sabine wins by 4 votes.
Hey, hold on. You do not discount the Krogan headbutt. That's just one thing the Predator ended up doing that cost him that fight.
All I did was say who the winner was, dude.
I know, but I'm bragging about it because I love Rex. Not my favorite big Krogan, because that would go to Grunt, but
Jill Johnson versus B the Babysitter. Jill Johnson wins by 2 votes. Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel versus Jedi. Okay, Jedi, sure. Ms. Marvel wins by 6 votes.
ooh.
And let's see here. Now for the rated battles going on currently. Taskmaster versus Mystique. Mercury from the X-Men versus Arakune. Falcon from Marvel Comics versus Serpentor. Zilla versus Zilla Jr. Sidney Prescott versus Aaron Harson. And Captain Carter versus Miles Mayhem.
Who the hell was Miles Mayhem?
From Mask. No, not The Mask. Mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
So Gizmo. Oh,
It's not Sailor Mercury or like some speedster. The character Mercury is literally an X-Men female character that has an entire body made of like mercury metal and can like either harden or melt her body at will. Mold her body.
That just sounds like a lame power.
What are you
That
talking
sounds
about?
really cool.
Dude, she's made of pure milk. She's made of pure.
Does it cause any poisoning to her?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you get mercury poisoning? Get her out. What?
That's actually a good question. Minus the eating her out part. Marvel Comics, Mercury. Damn, she actually looks pretty good. She looks pretty cool. Your entire body made of mercury.
Well, I guess we know that she's not going to be able to breastfeed.
Unless, of course, her child has the ability to be immune to that.
Mercury.
No bueno.
Okay,
No buenos. No buenos.
so yeah, Gizmo, it's like a cool power, but mercury poisoning.
Still alive. Okay, because the X-Men usually fucking die off, so.
Yeah, X-Men. There is a revolving door for the X-Men.
Jean Grey is currently waiting for her turn.
Okay, self-sustenance, telepathic resistance, molecular adhesion, enhanced durability, magical resistance. Okay, so it looks like the only weakness she has is electricity.
You know, I still am weirded out by the fact that Dazzler actually is considered a exceptional hand-to-hand combatant and among the X-Men. I'm like, Dazzler? Really?
Did you know that somebody wanted Taylor Swift to play Dazzler at one point?
Why am I not surprised?
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, do we really want Taylor Swift anywhere near the X-Men?
No.
Country chick as the fucking like psychedelic rock star. That's kind of weird.
Also, this is the same bitch that keeps, complaining about every ex she's ever dated, every fucking album she makes.
That's why we don't like her.
That's fair.
Can't
I'm not a
wait
fan
to
of
see
her pop
what-
stuff. I prefer
can't
her
wait-
first 3 albums. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
can't wait to see what she says about Travis Kelce.
Why did they break up?
They haven't broken up yet that I know of, but
Alright, see you, man.
Have a good night.
I just wanna.
Who's leaving?
I just wanna. Man.
Oh, look. Looks like here that Mercury is Irish American. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Now, the question is, can Mercury morph her body into a gun?
I don't think she can. I think it's like the Terminator 2 effect. Only simple things.
Ooh. Fucking boo.
What do you think she is? An isekai character? She's not able to do shit like that.
She's a Marvel character. She should be able to do shit like that.
She's not Metallo.
Okay.
Also, her creator says that she's potentially can do anything the T-1000 can do. Hence, she can't not make guns.
Hmm.
You'll find like pics of her like being like in liquid form and making bases and knives and shit. She can't make shit like that, like fucking machine guns.
She should.
That would be basically firing parts of
Suit
herself.
for another character.
And
I guess
that
so,
would
yeah.
be awesome.
But like, she would have to create the other shit too with other
She'd
parts.
be basically like Fat Gun.
Yes, she'd be like Fat Gum from MHA.
Oh, at least she's not Forget-Me-Not.
We've seen that solid JJ skit. We know who that guy is. Who was he again? I know. I know. It's just part of the joke. But yeah, seriously, the minute I saw that Solid JJ sketch, I'm like, this is an actual guy from the X-Men. This is a legit guy on a team with Dazzler.
Man, I feel sorry for that guy.
I do too. Because imagine you try to warn somebody and then everybody forgets who you are. All because of your powers.
No, it's not just that. Literally, everyone forgets him the moment they turn away.
Yep.
It's got some balls.
And it does. Now I wonder what's down this way. What the Hellfire Peaks?
Come on. No, I was almost there.
Where are you?
Come on. I just have to get through this.
Oh yeah, they announced a new character from Marvel Rivals. Fucking
Oh yeah.
Emma Frost and Ultron.
Emma Frost is so fine.
Yes. Emma Frost mimetically will crush you with those massive thighs.
I remember when people were saying, and if they keep adding characters at this rate, they're gonna run out.
I get what they're saying, but at the same time, they never read a Marvel comic, and they're gonna think so.
I can't.
You don't just have the main timeline. You also have like fucking what if. You have like the alternate timelines that were only appeared for what a minute, like in stuff from like Exiles.
Yep.
Oh shit! You know what? I wonder if they're gonna add anyone from the Exiles. Blink is like kind of overpowered. Morph, they could probably do something with Morph. Not Mimic, Morph.
The original Morph, not the sucking new one.
Maybe Nocturne, but I feel like she's too similar to Nightcrawler.
This is that. Of course, it had to be that fucking stop and swap. Bullshit.
No.
So,
Gizmo, have you seen Netflix's Devil May Cringe?
I don't. No. Well, no. It was in my. You know what? Funny thing, I was about to just for the laws, but then I found the Mr. McMahon Netflix show.
that must.
I'm like, fuck it. I want to hear what they have to say about Mr. McMahon now that he's fired.
Gizmo, let me tell you this. That's probably a far more productive use of your time.
You want to know what happens at the very end?
Please.
Okay, so they lead an invasion of hell from the top of the Twin Towers.
To the tune of American Idiot by Green Day.
Look, I get that this takes place during a certain time, but please don't date it any more than it already has.
And essentially, it ends up being Adi Shankar's attempt at doing a commentary on the War on Terror.
And I have a feeling he's siding, he's taking the side of the War on Terror for people are not getting that.
wasn't good or bad. It was idiotic. A war over nothing. Well, I can't say war over nothing because Osama was 9/11, but like they were targeting the wrong people to begin with, and then they were like, "Oh fuck, wrong direction. We had to take a left, not a right." Then they started getting into like the correct areas, but they were still too far. And then, you know, you're even more years later, fucking caught Osama and Turkinoff while watching Osman Dio with Tooie right there as the wallpaper from Malcolm in the Middle.
Why?
Maybe not literally, but they found that shit on his laptop.
I want to know what else has been doing on that laptop while he was hiding. There's no way you have all that shit and not, you know that you're a hypocrite. Death to Americans, oh shit, Malcolm in the Middle. Freedoms and Malcolm in the Middle are heading.
The first time I heard the phrase, you know, one of the first few instances I've heard the phrase "Death to America" was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge when Solomon Moto was being dragged away by the crowd out, and then you just hear him shout out "Death to America," and as the as Mr. Paradox Man and ends up committing various acts of terrorism.
Yep. Oh, the Americans are beating us with dragons, just like back in 1945. We, Death to America!
Like, what? What is that? Oh, that was so weird.
That's funny.
Yep. Well, anyway. Nice. So, Gizmo, in case you're wondering why Alex is playing Sonic Heroes even though the race is already over, he wants to finish the game.
I totally get it, honestly.
I feel like it's kind of a part of a professional pride sort of thing.
Yes. Just like out of my professional pride of just finishing the review with Princess Rules, even though I fucking...
That's entirely fair. Okay, so lately, me, Alex, and Ben have just been kind of like in and out of doing certain things on Wednesdays since you weren't around. And they.
I'm aware. I looked back on it. Like I saw them like trying to stream the Cartoon Network MMO. Then they were like trying to like react to some other shit.
Yeah. Alex, all you have to do is use fly formation and then just wail on them with Thundershoot. Wow, you already lost Boobs the Bat?
I still smash. Maybe it is worth dying so I can ride King Dakar. Ride King Dakar.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to go on that ride anymore because they, remember, a couple weeks ago they ended up imploding that.
Oh, you think that's gonna stop me? I'm Superman. I can turn back time. Oh, look at
You know, I don't think a lot of people like to remember the fact that Superman can do that. Like, look at it this. Like, I get but at the same time, I mean, that's just essentially begging for your dramatic stakes to go bye-bye.
They had a deleted scene where, you know, the past Superman and the present Superman meet up anyway, and they discuss how they're gonna live with each other's, you know, existence. You know, so I wish they could have left that in there. Yeah, they could have left it in, so like at least we could have had at least a little bit of an explanation how that works. I just remembered. Marvel Rivals has mods, right? Someone's bound to give Emma Frost the original.
You-
design. I'm
Her
talking
and-
like I'm talking like the stockings, the fucking like the X bra and everything.
You know, her and T'Challa have a very out of character for T'Challa's interaction, and where Frost wishes to have a dance with him, and T'Challa's like, sure. For to which I'm like, ugh.
You realize these are like different versions of Marvel characters in multiverse, right?
Yeah, but that still raises some questionable implications, especially after what she put through.
This also could be a different Emma Frost.
You could, like, does she? Okay, I get that, but does she have Kari Walgren's voice? If so, then I'm all for this. Is Emma Frost? Ah, that fucking sucks. Kari Walgren's best Emma Frost voice. If you're wondering where she voiced her Wolverine in the X-Men.
I kind of like her voice better from the X-Men Legends.
You know, considering how many role reprisals are in that particular title, Gizmo, I think she might have been in that game. Yeah. Give me a second.
They had Cal Dodd as Wolverine. I think they had Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier too.
Alright, let me look. Okay, Emma Frost. Oh, she's got Laura Post voicing her, so Kill la Kill fans rejoice. You have Ragyo Kiryuin as Thigh Woman. Okay, yeah, she's not in X-Men Legends. Here's Legends, I was thinking. And Kari Walgren first voiced Emma in Wolverine the X-Men, and then she reprised it in X-Men Destiny. And then she reprised for Marvel Heroes. Why that fucking game? I'm very angry, as I'm sure you can tell.
Destiny, can't escape destiny.
If you wish to know anything else about that game, Proton John does an excellent job summarizing it in his Superman 64 playthrough, where he talks about other bad superhero games at certain points in it. Like, it's very insightful. And it's like, during the start of various parts, he does go into detail about some of the various things that go on in the development cycle for Superman 64, or including having had an interview with one of the game's creators, Eric Cohn, And it turned out the game did not even live up to, I think it was 10% of his expectations.
Yeah, it strikes me more as just this is a demo we slapped on.
And it was just the worst. Like, everybody knows this. Everybody knows this game is bad. It is legendary in how bad it is.
I just had another tier list idea.
What?
Cartoon intros, 90s to 2000s. Well, specifically superhero cartoon intros.
Gizmo, Gizmo, I think that would be a little bit unfair given the fact that we've already got two top. I can already name off at least two top tier intro. I was in cartoons from my childhood. Justice League and Teen Titans. And that's
which Justice League?
2001 Justice League. You know, the...
I like the Unlimited version better.
Oh, Unlimited is good. I'm just saying that I just kind of prefer the... Oh, Alex, trust me, when we actually get to watching Justice League Unlimited proper, you're gonna love that intro. Okay. Seriously. Yeah, I keep forgetting which hole I'm supposed to put the robot egg. Or this little guy through.
We should really do a watch of Hazbin Hotel, though. I mean, I got the whole series downloaded, including the bonus music video.
You seriously have that video?
Which video?
Never mind.
Are you talking about the thousands of dollars one? No? Well, yeah, I have that, but you realize it's not canon.
I know it's not canon, it's just... I immediately stopped before I could ask because that was a stupid question on my part. And normally I'm not really fond of asking stupid questions. You might be thinking to yourself, then why do I do it anyway? The answer may surprise you. I don't know. Find out next time. So, you know, I find it funny how Kylie Bear was nice enough to appear on Doug Walker's stuff of when he was doing Dragon Ball Evolution. And then he immediately dipped out when he saw what the Kamehameha was what Ki was portrayed as in Evolution.
Oh man, he went away so too fucking soon.
I'm like, oh god, he dipped out the minute they got to.
He's my favorite announcer, man.
The most basic of all the airbending techniques. I don't know why I sound this bad.
And meanwhile, now imagine if instead of the narrator, now imagine instead of getting the narrator or Kylie Bear after he sees that you suddenly get this. I fail to see how firing lasers from your hands translates to airbending. It is as though this were some kind of twist. A twist brought on to us by a talentless hack director. Yeah, the
got brought in to write the film because the quite excellent
I remember watching that.
Oh my god. I thought, honestly, I thought that was a fever dream.
Dude, so awesome. Seeing Jackie Chan and Jet Li in the same film interact with each other, fighting against and with each other. It was so awesome to see, especially since they have such different fighting styles.
If I ever meet Kylie Bear at a convention, and I swear I would have to get him to say something in his eyes and voice, because...
Is it funny that because of Jackie Chan as a drunken master of Forbidden Kingdom, now I want to get a gourd and distill that up with booze?
No.
that's a better idea than some.
I think you know what? The moment I get a gourd, I'm gonna do that. Fill it up with like fucking the good shit, like maybe some Jack Daniels or maybe some tequila, maybe some vodka. Or you just fill it up like sake, like a normie.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be a real gourd, not like the metal bottles I'm seeing. It gotta be like an actual gourd that people hollow out and shit.
Yeah.
Like a
used to have
same
a
kind of bottle.
but I think it got taken out from one of the hurricanes.
Oh man.
So in case you're wondering what technique I just picked up there, that was Taxi Pack, which means when Banjo is out by his lonesome, he can just carry something inside of it without Kazooie. There is a Kazooie exclusive technique here. Are you on Hang Castle?
Anyone have that one movie that you hear nobody talk about that felt like a fever dream, but you know it's not?
Dougal?
Dougal, the fuck?
I sometimes feel like that was a fever dream, but then I'm reminded, oh wait, it existed because its English dub is terrible.
The movie itself is terrible.
No, here...
It's nature, or is it called Strange Wilderness?
Good boy.
Good boy is the one with the talking dogs from space.
Yes, and that had the Inspector Gadget playing as the main dog.
I know, I have.
Or Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller.
I have
dog movies that use CGI.
Yeah.
Because everything else, it's like they're trying to do another Air Bud or some shit like that.
Air Bud was weird.
You ever looked into the history behind it?
And then they had the buddies.
From what I hear, they didn't really have the dog do much of anything in the court.
I was talking about how, like, Bud died and the family ended up not making any money off, like,
That is dummy. Seriously, Disney, what is wrong with you?
I'm surprised the family never tried to sue.
They should have. Oh.
Why would they not? I don't get it.
They essentially got nothing.
I don't get the family who's like, oh, we just want to get this over with. Get this over with. They got a fucking $1 million company that loses the money. You better get at least a settlement. This ain't like Eminem's mom, where it's like, oh, I didn't do all that shit. Actually, you did do all that shit, and when she went from like going to get $3 million to like $1,000. No, it's like. This is an actual family that owned the dog that let Disney use it to film their movies, and then the thing dies.
And around the fact that this was the dog that played basketball, you know?
Why would you not give them fucking like? Oh man, I could already hear the scandal if they didn't allow the people who own fucking the Beethoven dog and didn't get any money.
This is the same Disney corporation that they screwed the rest of the for Davy Crockett.
Hey,
That man should have been making a cut out of it. Every single raccoon tail hat that they sold.
that's where it came from?
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was only
Oh no, it's like Davy Crockett wore that hat in real life, but like the big 50s. Davy Crockett TV show.
Jesus Christ. You would think that the heirs of like Walt Disney would try to do something with that if there are any.
Walt made sure that the best part of the royalties from that show. Walt was the fucking moment he was
Jesus Christ. Did he try suing? Because I would.
Yeah, I believe he wound up getting something out of it.
Better be more money. Good boy, Air Bud, Air Buddy, you know. So yeah, we needed more. Yeah, we needed more Air Bud fucking movies.
Well, then there was also, then there was also that one dog movie with Brie Larson.
What?
Yeah. And no?
Which one?
It was a movie about a German Shepherd that was turned into like a ward dog, and she served during like, I believe Iraq, I want to say.
That does not sound familiar.
I'm gonna.
Homeward Bound 1 and 2 were good dog movies.
Yes, they were. They had the voices of Michael J. Fox and somebody else.
And then there was the.
Sally Field, yes. Who's the other guy?
I don't know.
Well, they were played by two different actors in two separate movies.
No, No surprise there.
Oh, a recent one. The dog's purpose.
Yeah, that was strange.
What's strange?
That movie. It's like dog finds a way to get reincarnated. And it's just like
What was that dog movie with
Which movie?
The dog movie with Chevy Chase.
Fuck. It's not Beethoven.
He was a detective, right? He gets killed, and he has to come back and solve his own murder as a dog.
Nothing comes to mind. Oh fuck! I really wish the Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies weren't a thing.
yeah. There's only so much Lopez I could take. George Lopez, I mean. If I said Lopez in general, well, my friend would teleport to my location and kill me.
Let me tell you how many roles George Lopez was good in movies. You ready?
Is there electricity?
Oh wait, you're serious. Let me laugh even harder.
He was great in the George Lopez show,
The George Lopez show doesn't really count when a lot of comedians have successful TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the only one that I feel like it was the most successful, or even the best for Lopez, was the Uncle. Because everything else that he was in is not well, yeah. Because think about it like this: when George Lopez is in anything comedic or action-based, it's either he's not acting serious enough or he's acting too serious. This one, he was just acting like the funny uncle, and I appreciated that because, you know, superhero films really don't have to go through the grim and gritty route, especially with something like Blue Beetle. And the fact that he added a whole family to it instead of just the mom and dad and the sister, I think that worked. I feel like it worked. And with someone like George Lopez playing as a conspiracy theory funny uncle, I think that fit really well. Especially when they were with the whole transformation sequence. Yeah, well, but still.
Like, it's a great concept, but they basically just didn't take it past the concept.
Also think about it like this: if this was just an English-speaking family, most of the jokes would not have fit in Blue Beetle. If he would have just said it, it went up his butt in English, oh yeah, up his butt, oh so funny. But he said it in Spanish, it actually made it funnier because you also gotta remember some jokes work better when it's spoken in either a foreign language or translated. And sometimes it's
Like how there are some jokes that are funnier when you don't know what the censored word was.
You know, the funny thing is that you know the villain from Despicable Me 2, El Macho, right? If you translate his name, it's just the Macho. That doesn't sound nearly as cool, now does it?
Technically,
like,
technically mean the man.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, the man. Like, that doesn't... See, when Alex points out that makes it even lamer.
Freedom chips.
Did you know that was based on a true story?
Yes. Loosely, anyway.
Very loosely, yes. The same way, I think Bernie was a more,
Anyway.
Bernie was perhaps a more faithful adaptation of reality.
Anyway, so we know how much of an utter Chad El Macho is in Despicable Me 2, especially based on Gru's description. Like we are shown and told what kind of a we're shown and told what kind of a menace is El Macho is. Like Gizmo, you know exactly what I'm talking about with this.
No.
Seriously?
I haven't seen a single Despicable Me movie. You should know why.
I know the minions are shit.
Fuck the minions.
That's entirely fair. Especially
Everybody making memes of them and fucking it. Oh, they're so cute and adorable. My ass, they're cute and adorable. They're fucking servots with flesh. That's annoying.
well, here's the thing. They were fine until they got their own movie. That sounds funny.
I'd rather have a servbot than a fucking minion.
That's fair.
At least the servbot's helpful and doesn't fuck anything up.
At least the Surfbot doesn't accidentally steal the crown of England.
They're smarter than that, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Tronbon is certainly talented.
Gizmo, I forgot to mention this earlier. I know something really fucking weird that happens in the Devil May Cry show, aside from all the other weird shit that I've talked about earlier.
What?
Do you know what the 14 words are?
Not really.
Okay, do you know of the concept of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the 14 words are they're like a clan thing, white supremacist thing about securing a future for white children or whatever the fuck. And it starts off with like, we must secure
Future for humanity.
the line in the show goes like, we must secure a future for humanity. It's too close to not be what they were going for, you know?
They even had a really lame "your mom" joke at some point in that show.
Oh no, that's the very start.
Yeah. Still doesn't make it.
Every single joke is like it's like a placeholder, you know? It's like, this is what we write until we come back and put something better here.
But then we don't think about
And
Oh,
then
what?
they never came back and put anything better.
Yep. Meanwhile, as we've discussed, Lady, unlike her game counterpart, are where she, where in her debut game speaks surprisingly eloquently, while also carrying a lot of emotional weight, which endears us to her character a bit more than just bitch with giant rocket launcher.
When I heard Mary say to whoever I think it was her commander or something, or it might have been president or vice president.
Yeah.
It's like, we have thing is like, the moment I hear we must secure in a Netflix show, it's like,
Boy, you were right. So, essentially, Lady goes from being well written, strong female character, or with giant rocket launcher and various guns who can and very well somewhat keep up with the competition, but is still, you know, physically weaker. Yeah, because she's only human in a world where every main cast member, her and Trish, are demons. So she goes from that to stealing the show from Dante, even to the point of somehow being able to ease and tranquilize him, and with ammunition that shouldn't exist. And then of course we also have her excessive cussing.
Yeah. And you know, I am the guy who swear counter.
Yeah.
As I said before, or that was a fucking joke.
Yeah, my dad has quite the colorful language every now and then, and especially when he's trying to do things himself, or when he's watching a game. And Lady, it just comes off as very uninvested in a lot of things. Like, you could not pay this woman to give a shit. And hell, in her and Dante's first encounter, she ends up outright committing an act of sexual harassment by ripping off his shirt, or when trying to correctly identify him as a demon. Into which he then replies, "Yeah, I know. Oh, Dreamboat. Oh, but you still can't tear a guy's clothes off like that." I'm like,
now imagine
yeah.
imagine Dante returned the favor. Actually, you know what? I want to imagine that Dante returned the favor for her and tore that fucking suit off of her so that he could, like, I don't know, be in a character with somebody else who has a
personality that isn't at all like sandpaper.
Yeah, well, I was going to go with a design that was
And meanwhile, a lady would just be like, how dare you? Hey, you did it to me first, so I'm only returning the favor.
How dare I? Well, how dare you?
They then tear at each other's clothes until both of them are naked. And then they're like, Mary, are you and that demon guy fucking? She's like, no. Then why are you both naked? And her and Dante are just staring at each other. They're just with menacing scowls. And for the record, I am literally just making this shit up as I'm going along. I did not.
Yeah, no. This is already. Congratulations, you already have a better plot than Eddie.
Yeah, but Eddie Shankar wouldn't have the balls to go through with this. Yeah. You could throw. Yeah, yeah, I'm like he could get paid to make some real, right, to make a show where there's all the cussing in the world, but at this point, mean, in this day and age, he will not make a show. Oh, with a single boob or
Yeah, no. That's another thing. Like, R-rated show based on an M-rated game.
there's not a one. Yeah.
I remember when fucking Game of Thrones gave us full frontal.
I remember when Berserk gives us full frontal.
Not that I'm demanding that, but like if you're gonna be edgy, you could at least be
Consistent.
like not even consistent. You can just do anything. Like push it a little bit further.
Yeah. Like you could do literally anything with this. Our suggestions are not a be-all, end-all solution.
You could take the story from one of the games.
Or actually adapt the story from
Or the light novel.
So yeah, it's like you could do literally anything and it would be better than anything, as long as it's faithful to its source material.
It could
Oh,
at least be fucking coherent.
but essentially,
Like you
if
could
we
have literally gone full Helsing Ultimate abridged on this and made it into like a fucking narrative.
the funny thing is,
Go full fucking Yahoo Wahoo Pizza Man.
they don't even go that route either. They only go that route when they feel like making a quote-unquote meme.
They have
Like-
like a tribute to the fucking the hat scene from Devil May
Yeah.
Cry
5.
and it's Dante playing Just Dance in his apartment. Okay.
Of all games?
Yeah. Well, not Just Dance. It's Revolution.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
and
first
apparently,
game.
No.
Yeah, DDR over Just Dance any day, especially nowadays, because it doesn't make any fucking sense for them to keep making them. There's no censor bar. What are you holding? Oh, I'm using my phone. How's the phone gonna know your
yeah. Yep.
Like say Connectimals or that one fighting game with Danny Trejo. Yeah, at least worked with the ones that it did, like the one where you play as your avatars, right? And and especially
They weren't that
the game
great,
we're
but
talking
they
about. Yeah, and especially the game we're talking about, Just Dance, because like I said, the camera's supposed to track your every movement, and it does so with great accuracy. If the moment you move away from that and put it on, say, Switch, mobile, PC, PlayStation 5, it makes no sense to me. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. What are you tracking? The sensor on your Wiimote is not able to track movement like that, and the sensor with the Wii doesn't track movement at all unless it's with your Wiimote.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, you need your phone to play Just Dance on certain consoles now. Why? Just make a third-party camera for the game, just like everyone else did when they ported over Dance Dance Revolution to every console imaginable. Doesn't even have to be a Kinect camera. It doesn't have to be a Kinect camera. Just say that this is a camera made for yada yada game and only the yada yada game. And you're golden. Hell, make it so that it's compatible not only with modern consoles but also the PC. Because I know people are trying to play Just Dance on PC. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Like goddamn, Just Dance. If you want a rhythm game, just bring back the Dance already.
Okay. Okay, so in all honesty, hey, this is... Well...
Like how many times do I have to say it? Just bring back DDR.
Okay, so we've just gotten started on Pterodactyl Land. So next time on the Banjo of Tooie's, we'll be resuming our trek here. So until then, I will see you later.
I'm going to say the N-word.
Please don't. We
We
already
had a problem like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I say...
No, Rhino actually said it earlier.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.